I find it so funny that anytime you say that you do not support Trump, Trump supporters, the first thing they say to you is, do your research. It's literally the first thing that they comment. I don't really need to do research because I have eyes and ears. And this is a man who wants to build a wall between us. And this is a man who does not support gay marriage. So my question to you is, where would you even remotely be surprised that I don't support Trump? Where would you be surprised? You know, like let's get really blunt here. I'm someone that wears makeup and wears dresses, and I'm one of the most liberal people that you could possibly follow. Period. So when people speak to me like I'm an idiot, number one, and tell me to do my research, I watch every debate, both sides. I know every single standpoint on policy. I know every single thing that you can bring up about Hillary. And I find it really offensive that people think because you vote for something that they don't agree with that you haven't done your research. The difference is when you say that you support Trump. The reason why it's offensive when you say that you support Trump is because Trump is divisive. There's no other candidate running that is divisive in this way, meaning they want to deport people, they want to build a wall, they're anti-Muslim. So you tell me what is not divisive about that. They're not for gay marriage, they meaning Trump. So the difference is when I say I don't support Trump and you find that offensive is that it's actually you're not realizing that your vote for him is offensive to people for a reason, whereas my vote for Bernie or Hillary is not offensive to you in that same way, because those candidates are not anti-people. They're about inclusiveness. They're about having people having equal rights and equal protections. So I am sick to death of seeing Trump's face on my timeline. If you ever write me an email and tell me that I'm uneducated on my standpoint, I want you to realize that that email will be quickly discarded. I don't care if you title it something else so that I'll read it. I'm not reading any emails about politics, period. So you have fun typing your life away. What I'm here to do is to let you know, to anyone on this page who is surprised, because that's the main point here, if you're surprised that I'm anti-Trump, I don't know who you think you're following. I'm not quite clear on who you think you're following. I don't know if you think you're following a Fox News anchor woman. I don't know if you think you're following someone on that side of things, but it should be pretty apparent to you at this point that if you are offended by straight talk, if you are offended by someone that is anti-Trump, get off this page and do it in style. Do it in fashion. Do it in a time-like manner. Do it in such a way that you are gone like Jiminy Cricket. Because I'm not going to have anyone on this page lecture me for being anti-Trump. It's just not going to happen. I don't lecture people who vote for Trump. What I do is tell you that it's kind of silly that you're surprised I'm anti-Trump. Like, do you have eyes and ears, honey? Do you know what Chris Crocker stands for? And all these people want to bring up, well, you're friends with Aaron Carter and he's voting for Trump. Aaron Carter can vote for whoever Aaron Carter wants to vote for. Okay? I have family members that are voting for Trump. We don't argue about these things. You know why? Because they know I have an intelligent point of view, and once they start with me, it's not going to end, and we're going to have a nice little merry-go-round conversation. And so what I'm saying, and yes, I'm being cynical right now, because the way some of you have spoken to me, it's surprising that you are surprised, honey. Do you realize that you're watching someone that is gender fluid, who feels female on the inside, who is one of the most liberal people that you could maybe humanly possibly watch? Maybe humanly possibly watch. And to anyone out there thinking, Chris, just shut up and get back to your comedy videos, how dare you? How very daringly dare you? I won't be a cartoon for you. What I will be is a nice dose of reality. You people out there who have such just anger in your hearts and you think that we're what's wrong with the world and this and that, girl, put it in your pipe and smoke it. Do whatever you got to do. You can unlike it. You can, because my grandma used to say when I was a kid, you can like it or lump it. Well, here's how I see it. You can unlike it and dump Trump it. Okay? You can unlike it and dump Trump it. Like it, lump it, whatever you want to do. But don't come around here acting like you don't know what I'm about. And I'm so sick of that. And, you know, you would be a little irritated, too, if you had people talking to you like you just had no damn head on your shoulders. You know, I will always speak my mind. The reason you people liked this page to begin with was because I spoke my mind. You know, and usually I'm talking about how to get through a breakup. I ain't trying to please you. I'm just trying to have some pizza. It don't matter. But whenever I feel how I feel, I'm going to speak on it. You either respect that or you can neglect that and get off the page. And I just wanted to make this video. I'm not answering to nobody. And I bet you right now, you're going to have 100 people that are on the other side of things typing all this. Just get off my page, honey. If you're sitting here typing things to try to prove your point of view, you got to understand one thing. I never said that you couldn't vote for Trump. I never said you couldn't be on this page and still like Trump. What I'm telling you is you are not going to be a happy camper with some of the things I say on this page. And this is my page, so what do I have the right to do on my page? Speak my mind. So you can get lost behind. I mean, ain't nobody got time for that. I'm going to use my platform the way I want to use it. And anybody with a problem with that, honey, you might as well go fly you a kite. Go pick out Donald a new toupee. Oh, you made a joke about his hair. Oh, la, la, la. Who cares? All he does is make jokes about people. Lion Ted and this and that. And that's what cracks me up about Trump supporters. They act like if you say one thing about him, oh my God, that was so rude of you. How dare you make fun of his hair? Hello? He made fun of Carly Fiorina's face, and then said, "Oh no, that was theoretical. That was metaphorical. That wasn't about her looks." B to the S, honey. Then he wants to say that girl on Fox News had blood coming out of her eyes and blood coming out of her somewhere else. And then he wants to make fun of. And so what if was it Marco Rubio that said he had tiny hair? Who cares? Who cares? It's about time he gets a dose of his own medicine. All Trump does is talk. You would think, if you never heard Trump talk, you would seen him, you would think he was the most gorgeous person you've ever seen. The way he is so bragging on himself all the time. All he does is brag, brag, brag. Brag, brag, brag. And, you know, my grandmother taught me a long time ago, people that have to brag, honey, they is compensating for something. Okay? O to the K, K-O, O to the K. Ain't nobody got time for that. Not on my clock, not by the crock. And I'm going to tell you this. There are certain members of my family on Facebook who like to say a bunch of stuff that I don't agree with. So know one thing. I do have a lot of family members that are voting for Trump, not me and my grandmother. Okay? So if you see someone of my family on here and they're for Trump, you know I am not rolling with that. You know, I want you to know damn well, from this moment on, if you never had a shadow of a doubt with that pout, that Donald pout, have you ever seen somebody just stand up on a stage the whole time somebody's talking and they just can't wait to speak? I mean, they want to talk about how Hillary screams. And they want to, it's only because Hillary's a woman. They want to talk about how Hillary screams when she's on stage. And they want to talk about this. And they want to bring up her emails. They don't want to talk about how he's under tax investigation. They don't want to talk about nothing like that. Let's just talk about Hillary all day long. Let's pick apart her, how she's wearing her hair, how she's wearing her suit. Let's pick apart the fact she screams on stage. Let's bring up her marriage. Let's talk about, you know, it's complete patriarchal bullshit. And my thing is this. Bernie, in my opinion, is the most genuine candidate up there. Now, I have to get realistic about who is going to get the nomination. And there's a lot of people who feel it's Bernie or bust. And they're going to write Bernie's name down or whatever. I'm sorry, no disrespect to anyone. My point of view on it is, again, my point of view, because whose page is this? Mine? Okay, so, you got to remind some people, because some people forget whose page they're on. They think it's theirs. So anyways, my opinion on it is, if you want to write down Bernie, if he doesn't get the nomination, do whatever you want to do. I just want my vote to actually count. Sorry, got to keep it really real. Got to keep it really real. If she gets the nomination, I'm voting blue no matter who. Because I feel we have a lot to go up against, y'all, that are just, I don't like Hillary. I can't go that way. Listen, do what you want to do. I like the fact that people are going to vote no matter who they vote for. I like that this is a passionate election. But at the same time, I don't feel that people have their mind on straight about certain things. I just don't. I want my vote to count. So I'm voting blue no matter who. And that's my opinion. Anyone surprised by my opinions, you can gladly get off the page. Anyone who supports my freedom of speech, you are the people who I value. I love y'all. Have a wonderful night. Hold your heads high and let the low lives stay low. Dump Trump.